Hello, Scorpio.
Welcome to my channel, Sarah Angel Tarot. This is your reading
For Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I want to do the full Celtic cross. I think people like that better. Gives more information. But I'm looking for new energies, hopefully positive energies, for Scorpio. Those born in the zodiac sign of Scorpio. As you know, I meditate on these cards even before I turn on the video for Scorpio. And you know, it will not resonate with all Scorpios. I do try to reach the majority, and I always look for a positive reading, but you know, the universe wants to tell you a message so you can prepare yourself and maybe change your circumstances so you can change the outcome, you know? Income and energy, Two of Cups, partnerships. Sometimes it's about even couples, you know, love. Something with emotional attachment with the Two of Cups. That's income and energy, by the way. Subject at hand is the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe something came to a halt, or maybe something just way too slow. For some of you, you could be dealing with the earth sign. What's crossing it? Someone's holding back a little bit. Maybe you're holding back, maybe they're holding back with the Four of Pentacles. Move this over a little. I need all the room I can get when I do this. Your goal, what crowns you, is a Page of Rods. Page of Rods to me are messengers sometimes. Sometimes they're younger people or young at heart. It is in reverse. So it could be that messages aren't going out because someone's holding back. The foundation, you're trying to manifest something, maybe with a person or situation, like I said, with a Two of Cups situation, because that was the income energy. The Magician is in the upright. The Magician has the tools and knowledge and can make like lemon into lemonade type situations. You know, you could fix stuff, water into wine even, you know. But the Magician has the ability to manifest what they want. And it always reminds me, you know, a lot of Scorpios can manifest things. So I see this in their spread a lot when I do a Scorpio reading. In the past, you may have broke free from a negative situation, underhanded situation, or something flying under the radar with the Seven of Swords in reverse, or you're trying to in the past. In the near future, you may actually be, things may be going forward quickly with the Chariot in the upright. And the Chariot in upright can be vehicles, which you know, it doesn't have to be. But I see someone moving forward quickly because in the subject at hand is someone's holding back. Someone's kind of breaking free. Someone's manifesting, and then they move forward. And I will clarify it with the second deck that I shuffled prior and also meditate on. So it'll change the story up, so just bear with me. Possible future outcome and advice from the universe is strength. Be careful that you, when you do move forward, you manifest, you may, it may need more energy than you have. I will clarify that and find out for sure because there's strength in reverse. What is coming towards you or the outside environment is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is in reverse. If someone's coming forward, or what it is someone's not coming forward the way you're wanting them to. So maybe if they're not doing it, if it's the outside person, maybe you want to make the first move, but I also see that maybe they think maybe you want to accept them because that is the Knight of Cups in reverse if they do try to offer you something. So it's like, you know, trying to manifest something that's a little difficult because someone is holding back. You can leave in the comments, who's holding back? Are you holding back, Scorpio, or is the other person? It could go either way because these energies can flip. Now that did try to pop out. That's the Justice in reverse while I was meditating before I even turned on the video. The Justice in reverse. Someone is fearing an injustice. Maybe they fear they won't get justice. Or maybe they fear that someone will judge them in a certain way wrong, you know. Ten of Cups. You get what you're wanting, you know. But I like that, you know, you got the Ten of Cups. Overall satisfaction of the emotional nature. You know, some people call that the happily ever after card. Now, let's go back to the beginning, because like I said, it can change the story up. So, let's find out what's going on. The Knight of Pentacles In reverse, in the Four of Pentacles, I'm thinking something came to a stop and someone's holding back. So why are you there for Scorpio? So you got good stuff coming, but you're going to be a little exhausted over it all. You're thinking a situation is hopeless with the Star card in reverse. You're tired of hoping for something. So the Knight of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles crossing it, and the Star in reverse. Why are you there? For Scorpio is the subject at hand. You're thinking a situation is hopeless and someone is holding back, or somebody else does. Could have to do with the King of Pentacles. Again, it could be an earth sign. Doesn't have to be, though. To me, this is someone sometimes a little older, or I shouldn't say older, but mature in life, you know. They got a lot of wisdom. They're looked up highly in the community. You can even take on this energy, even though it's like an earth sign type card. As someone who's practical, set in their beliefs. Sometimes they call this the family man, but not always. But like I said, someone is holding back, someone's thinking something is hopeless, and it has something to do with the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles. Now what is crowning you is the Page of Rods, and the Page of Rods is in reverse. It could be your goal, but I don't think so. It could be, though. To me, this is a messenger or an energy where something is not moving forward with passion the way you want it to. So the Page of Rods in reverse, while you're there for Scorpio, is what crowns them, or the goal. Yeah, someone's really not making a move or making a decision at the time being, you know, in early, because this is what's already occurring pretty much. Someone's just not making a move. So Page of Rods, Two of Wands, in reverse. What's the goal for Scorpio? What crowns them? Maybe you are holding back. Are you holding back, Scorpio? Yeah, you didn't get wish fulfillment, so you're kind of holding back. It's the Nine of Cups in reverse. And that's why you're making a decision. Maybe you're upset. Maybe you feel like you didn't get what you're wanting, what you were wishing, so you're kind of held back on somebody, or somebody held back on you. Now, it's a foundation. You got the Magician. You are the Magician. You're able to manifest something, okay? So the Magician in the upright, why are you there for Scorpio? Why are you there? You're going to try to manifest something that you didn't get a victory on, or you did not think was victorious with the Six of Wands in reverse. You're going to try to change your situation up, or somebody around you is. So the Magician in the upright, Six of Wands in reverse, while you're there for Scorpio. King of Cups, it looks like you are on the outs with somebody or something. You're the one that's emotions are upset right now. Well, it could be the other person too. King of Cups can be a Scorpio type energy sometimes, you know. But I see someone who doesn't feel like they got the emotional satisfaction and victory they wanted, so they're going to start manifesting something. They're going to start going forward with something. They're going to say, now I got to do something about this. So in the past, the Seven of Swords, maybe you found out about something. Something came out, you know, with the Seven of Swords in reverse, and someone decided to take a step back because of it. So the Seven of Swords in reverse in the past for Scorpio, why are you there? Yeah, it has to do with it could have to do with a third party, or you're thinking it's a third party. Sometimes people think this and it's not, but sometimes it is. It's about feelings and fears, you know. So the Three of Swords is in reverse. The Seven of Swords is in reverse in the past position. So this already happened for a lot of Scorpios. You may be thinking someone's doing something underhanded or under the radar, and maybe that's why you're holding back, or somebody thinks this way about you. And if it's not what happened, you know, if you didn't do this and they're thinking this about you, you may want to clear it up, you know, manifest something with them, you know, move forward, because someone is holding back, you know. Let me get another card. So the Seven of Swords, Three of Swords in the past position for Scorpio. Why are you there? Why are you there? Hope you can get all this. Magician in reverse. Someone was manipulative in the past too. When the Magician is in the upright here as a foundation, someone's able to manifest now. But in the past, someone did something a little underhanded, you know. Someone was a little manipulative. So, yeah, it's definitely there. You got the Seven of Swords, Three of Swords, and Magician in reverse. Yeah, that's pretty harsh energy in the past. But it looks like you're moving forward. Something wants to come out and we'll let it. And there was a fight with the Five of Swords. And someone was defeated. Someone feels defeated. Okay? Now, in the near future, you are moving forward with something. The Chariot in the upright for Scorpio while you're there in the very near future. And I mean, like, that's why I read this ahead of time to get you ready. The Chariot in the upright while you're there for Scorpio. While you're there. There's that Seven of Swords in reverse again. You're moving forward over a situation that, like I said, was underhanded, flying under the radar, sometimes sneaky, sometimes it's even theft. But you're breaking free from it and you're moving forward. So the Chariot in the upright, Seven of Swords in reverse while you're there for Scorpio in the very near future. So you're moving forward. And going for your Ten of Cups again. You're happily ever after. Wow. All I can say is wow. I don't get the Ten of Cups. I don't get it. I mean, I get it every once in a while, but to get it twice is kind of cool, especially in the upright. And you know how I am. So moving forward with your happily ever after, and you do get it in the end, but let's find out for sure what's attached to that happily ever after. Now let's go back down to here, which is a possible future outcome and advice from the universe, is strength in reverse. So strength in reverse while you're there for Scorpio. It's like your desires are a little off too. Ace of Cups. I think it's advice from the universe because I see too many, I see the two Ten of Cups in the upright. It's saying it's going to leave you exhausted and emotionally exhausted to offer this to somebody, to offer your cup again to somebody. It's got you worried. So the strength, the Ace of Cups, both in reverse for Scorpio while you're there. That's a hard one. Figure it out. You're going to be exhausted when this happens, yeah, because you're unsure of how it would be received, or someone is exhausted around you because they are unsure you're going to offer this to them. So it's just the universe letting you know that someone is feeling really, really unsure. And it's exhausting, you know, just like I said. Outside environment, beyond your control, is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is in reverse. Someone, like I said, is not feeling a lot of love right now. Maybe you're not showing them a lot of love, or they don't know how to express love to the Knight of Cups. Maybe they feel you will reject them. But it's all kind of things. So the Knight of Cups in reverse while you're there for Scorpio is the outside environment, or what is coming towards them. If someone wants to come in anxiety with you, Scorpio, with the Nine of Swords in reverse, they're having trouble sleeping at night, okay? So the Knight of Cups in reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse while you're there is the outside environment for Scorpio. And they're trying to move on from this troubling situation. They want to move on from the troubling situation with you. Maybe they want to move towards you, or they're just trying to move on from this emotional upset that they're in. But they're having difficulty. They are doing it, but they're having difficulties. They're in the process of trying, whoever this person is to you. Because it's beyond your control. It's something that they're feeling, you know. You can deal with how you're feeling and change it up, but this is beyond your control. So someone's trying to move on from a sad situation that kind of, you know, kind of broke their heart in a way. Now, possible, and it's hopes and fears is justice in reverse. You're afraid of an injustice will be done to you, or somebody around you is afraid you'll do them an injustice. That's a possibility. Like I said, these energies can flip. So the Justice card in reverse while you're there for Scorpio, because it all works out. Yeah, someone's afraid to talk to somebody or send a message with the Eight of Wands in reverse. They're afraid to make the first move. Someone's scared. So the Justice in reverse, Eight of Wands in reverse while you're there. Oops. Could be the Queen of Swords. Could be an air sign. Could be an air sign too. I see earth, water, air, a little bit of fire, but mostly not a lot. A lot of Cups energy too. Now in the very end, you get your happily ever after. So whatever you're worried about, you get what you're wanting at the end. Whether, you know, I don't know exactly what it is, but it's overall emotional contentment, like where you want to be emotionally, you know, whether it has to do with love or just life in general, you know, with family, friends. But it's a happily ever after card. So the Ten of Cups in the upright while you're there, the final outcome for Scorpio. And it is. You're going to get a Ten of Cups energy. What's clarifying is the Four of Cups in reverse. With the Four of Cups in reverse is someone rejected something they didn't want, or someone wasn't accepting what somebody wanted. So you're getting an overall satisfaction or the happily ever after over a situation where maybe possibly before you thought someone wasn't going to accept a cup you were given, and like I said, vice versa. So you are getting that. I see that someone did hold back before, but you know, you manifest and you move forward as you're supposed to. So the Ten of Cups in the upright, Four of Cups in reverse while you're there for Scorpio in the very end. So don't worry about this person not accepting it. Yeah, and you put your bickering and arguments down with the Five of Wands where it was there before. So you gain overall satisfaction over past situations that didn't work out before or were like hindered in some way. I did see where someone had either they did something underhanded and sneaky, or they thought someone did. Okay? In the very end, you get the Nine of Pentacles coming in, you get gain. Nine of Pentacles in the upright. You get everything you want, and you're getting a lot of things. You just went through the ringer. So it's a good reading. You're getting what you're wanting, Scorpio. That's all I'm saying. And it's a big wow moment. It really is with the happily ever after for Scorpio twice again. I think you got this before. Sometimes it takes a while for these energies to pan out. But they do pan out. I promise. They did with me. I think the longest one it took for me in one of my readings was 2 years. And that really surprised me. But most of my readings happen pretty quickly. Now, I'm going to let this go. I'm going to upload it because I'm running behind. And I will talk to you later, Scorpio. Oops. You know what? I forgot to give you a Romance Angels card. One card. We'll just do one card because it shows me you're getting what you're wanting. Let's rock the boat. One card from the Angel Romance cards for Scorpio. I'm in a hurry. I'm trying to upload this before it gets too late. I need a card for Scorpio. One card. Love reading for Scorpio. One card reading for Scorpio. Start flirting. Start making your move. Flirt. It says get that up there. It says extend your light-hearted energies to others. So make the first move. And if you're a cross-watcher watching it, you know, you can do that too. I'm letting this go. I got to upload it. It's getting late. Talk to you later. Bye.